So I'm getting everything ready. I'm the only one in the studio today, guys. The team had some stuff to take care of. So I am the only one in the studio, but you know me, I'm gonna make it work so you guys can hear my voice. But today we're gonna talk about cosign accounts. So like I said, I'm the only one in the studio. Let me just get everything ready, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna go at it from that angle. But whether or not everybody's here, I am still gonna make it happen. So just give me 2 seconds while I get everything ready. If you guys got cosign accounts or anything like that, that's what we're gonna be going over today. Cosign accounts. So just give me like 2 seconds and we're gonna get started. All right, cool. So shout out to everybody that's joining for the first time. If it's your first time here on the channel, guys, definitely welcome. Let's get this party started. So we're going to talk about co-signed accounts, and one of the reasons why this topic is so important, not just the simple fact that, you know, it's Valentine's Day weekend and stuff like that, but also for the simple fact that there's a lot of us that have the issue with co-sign accounts where we co-sign out of love, and sometimes it comes back to it comes and it backfires, right? So there's just a few things I want us to speak about today. Let me center this Instagram camera. It's a whole thing, guys. Y'all won't even know. It's a whole thing. Let me just make sure now that it's set up right. All right, let me see what's going on. All right, so I need to move it a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, Instagram, y'all should be good. All right, so we're talking about co-signed accounts, and one of the major things with co-signed accounts. Okay, perfect. All right. Challenge to 917 993 917 5238 to join my 5-day challenge. All right, so oh man, how do I pin this now? All right, pin comment. All right, cool. Yeah, so all right, looks like we're good now. So, whew, all right, guys, welcome. Yo, listen, I am not the most tech savvy, all right? I'm gonna let everybody know I am not the most tech savvy, but I can figure something out. I can figure some stuff out. Let me see here. Let me get the chats going so I can see what's going on the chats. Very important because I need to see what you guys are saying. All right. All right, cool. So I believe all the chats are up. The chats are going. All right, cool. So welcome again, guys. Everybody welcome. Like I said, today I'm the only one in the studio, so it's a little bit more difficult operating today than when I have the team here. But regardless of the fact, We're going to make it happen. And one of the things that has come up a lot, and that I've gotten a lot of questions on, is this the whole co-signed account situation, right? So co-signing is a very, it's a very touchy topic for a lot of people, right? And what that means is that there's a lot of people right now. Why is it showing that? It should be shown mirrored. Is it mirrored? It's hard to see. Let me check it out. Okay. So one of the big things when it comes to co-sign accounts, that I want to bring to y'all attention is sometimes is the fact that we co-sign for people out of the goodness of our hearts, right? We co-sign for people out of the goodness of our hearts, and most of the times a lot of different things happen. And when I say a lot of different things happen, a lot of different things simply mean that the person that we co-sign for, they're not paying anymore, or the person that we did this good deed for, whether it's a friend, a family member, a loved one, a distant relative, whoever, right? So regardless of the fact, regardless of who we co-sign for, it doesn't change the fact that we co-sign for that person. And in co-signing for this person, we now have that responsibility, or the alleged responsibility, right? So it comes with a lot of, responsibility. I'd say before you decide to co-sign for anyone, I wouldn't recommend anyone co-signing for anyone, because you definitely assume the responsibility. However, there are words inside the contract. There are words that be you have to be savvy on, and being savvy on these words like and, or and obligation, and who is really responsible, it makes a big difference. But generally, for most people who are not that technical with looking up the words, finding out what the words means or what these words mean and things like that, it affects a lot of people, right? So let's talk about reasons why people co-sign. Um, can I see in the chat real quick why, like, if you've ever co-signed, guys, and you don't have to say like, you don't have to say it, but like, what could be some of the reasons? What could be some of the reasons why you would co-sign? Let me see what's coming up in the chat. Like, what would be some of the reasons? So for anyone that has co-signed before, like, what was the reasons why you co-signed? Like, what was that reason why you co-signed? Wanted to help. Um, what else? The other person has no credit. Okay. Okay, because of love, children. Okay. What else? What are the reasons why we co-sign? We do it because of love, wanted to help, because of our children, family member. So there's different reasons, right? There's different reasons why we co-sign. And because of these reasons, sometimes it puts us in a predicament. Somebody said stupidity. Because of these reasons, sometimes we are left getting the short end of the stick, so to speak, right? So because we want to be a good person, because we want to help, because we want to do all these things, it ends up now that we got the short end of the stick, yes? And getting the short end of the stick means that now, all right, maybe the person defaulted, the person stopped paying, the person stopped doing what they want to do, what they said that they were going to do. Maybe it was a girlfriend or boyfriend, and then this girlfriend or boyfriend became an ex, and then this ex now left, and they have the new boyfriend, the new girlfriend driving the car, and this is a car now that's not being paid for, that's stuck on your credit. The same way, if you did a mortgage, if you went into a mortgage and you were co-signer on there, well, both of you, I want to viewers, followers, views, chat, but price is lower than, right? So there's a few different ways why we get I don't want to use the word sucked in, because when you do these type of things, guys, when you say you're going to co-sign, it's a big responsibility. And one of the main question is, Doreen, I got a co-signed account. Can this co-signed account be deleted, right? Those are some of the questions. Can the co-signed account be deleted? What can I do to make it happen? They lost their job. Now it's expensive. Yep. Vehicles not running. Some reasons why they stopped paying. Yep. And nobody wants to pay for a vehicle that's not working. Ain't nobody in their mind want to pay for a vehicle that's not working. So there's several reasons why people default on their alleged obligation or their obligation, especially when they decided to co-sign, right? So the new question now becomes, what can I do, right? What can I do, Doreen, if I co-signed on an account and I co-signed on account and now it's negatively impacting my credit? What can be done? So for those of you that have been following me for a while, that's been on the channel, most of you know that you can delete anything from your credit, right? Everybody knows that. You can delete anything from your credit. Why is that important? Well, it's important to know that because if we know that we can delete anything from our credit, it also means that if there's a co-signed account on our credit, there's ways for us to delete it. Would everybody agree that that's an accurate statement? Right? Would everybody agree that's an accurate statement? Moving forward, when you sign doc, sign Daffy Duck, your seat. uh, all right, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. Um, yo, y'all just made me lose my train of thought. All right, so let's get into it, right? Let's get into something. Um, all right, so all right, so we talk about reasons. We just spoke about reasons why we co-sign, right? So, all right, reasons why we co-sign. So, 5 reasons. So, 5 reasons why we co-sign. Right? 1, help out a family, right? Help family member. The second thing could be children, right? You have a good heart, right? You have a good heart. Let's draw this heart properly. Right. Some of you got a great heart. Um, some people think they're obligated, right? Some people might think that they're obligated to a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend, or you're basically you're saying that I have to co-sign, right? I love this person, I have to co-sign. And the next reason why other people might co-sign is because ignorance. Right? It could be ignorance. You don't know what you're getting into, right? It could be because of ignorance. You don't know what you're getting into. But let's go to 5 reasons. No, five things. 5 things you can do if you co-sign. Right? So let's talk about 5 things you can do. And guys, let me see it in the comments too. I wanna see what you guys are saying in the comments as well. So let's talk about 5 things you can do if you co-sign, right? You can refinance, right? You can refinance. You can refinance, and if the person that you co-signed for, if their credit now is in a good standing, you can refinance and with a different bank and get that account out your name. The second thing is refinance with a credit union. So I'll put 1 and 2 together. Refinance, right? Using a credit union. So you can refinance using a credit union. The third thing that you can do, what are some of the things you can do if you co-sign? And when I say co-sign, this works similar for auto loans or mortgages. So you could refinance out of it. You could refinance using a credit union. What else? What else can you do if you're a co-signer? Well, you can pay the account, right? You can pay the account. Some people do it. The fourth thing, what else can you do if you're a co-signer? Promissory notes saying that if they default, they would be solely responsible for all the debt. All right. That another thing could be contract restrictions, right? Contract restriction. Contract restriction, right? And so what I mean when I say contract restriction is making sure that there are provisions in the contract that states that if the person defaults, I, the co-signer, will not be held liable. Stuff like that. So restricting the contract and making sure the contract have in favorable terms to you. And the fifth thing you can do with this is you can delete the co-signed account. Right? So you can delete the account. 9 times out of 10, the best ones, and this is only my recommendation, y'all can take it with a grain of salt. The best ones to do would be these, right? Delete the account, refinance using a credit union. Those would be, if I was supposed to pick 2 top ones, I would pick either refinance using a credit union or delete the account. Someone put me onto game today. I saw a post that somebody made, and in this post, the post said you can do there's something you can do. So I want to look this up with you guys. So I'm seeing this for the first time. I never thought about this. UCC 1-308. I saw someone posted this today in one of my Facebook groups. So I wanted to look at it. So basically, what this is saying is performance or acceptance under reservation of rights. A party that with explicit reservation of rights performs or promises performance or assents to perform in a manner demanded or offered by the other party does not thereby prejudice the rights reserved. Such words without prejudice under protest or the like are sufficient. Subsection A does not apply to an accord and satisfaction. Just listening off the bat, it might sound confusing, but what I got from this, and like I said, this is just something I saw today. You guys can go do your own research on it. But what I got from this, if you reserve your rights, and like I said, guys, this is totally experimental. This is me just getting this information today and reading it. Basically, it's if you reserve your rights, and you reserve your rights, so you sign, right? You sign, blah, 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 that's your signature, right? And you reserve your rights. So it would be like all rights reserved, right? UCC 1-308 dash, what is it, 207 or 201? I can't remember. I can't remember the other part, right? And basically, if you reserve your rights, basically it insulates you from said co-signer responsibilities. Now, as to the truth of this, I'm not sure because I've never done this before, but it's definitely worth investigating. It's definitely worth researching because this, this could be something. This could be another tool you add to your ammunition box. So whether this works or not, I don't know, but it's definitely worth exploring. So all rights reserved, and you're using under UCC 1-308. So that's something that a person can look into. Now, what I teach is this: delete anything from your credit, right? So when we talk about accounts, guys, I teach you how to delete accounts from your credit. Deleting accounts from your credit, whether you think that you have the obligation or the alleged obligation, hold on 1 second, guys. What is going on here? Okay. All right. So whether you have the obligation or the alleged obligation, guys, that's for you to decide. But when it comes to deleting co-signed accounts, all right, let me give you an example. I saw this inside of my Facebook group today. So let's say you're a co-signer, right? You're a co-signer on an account. All right, let me see if I'm. So you are a co-signer. You're a co-signer on an account, right? So now let's say, for example, that account that you co-signed on so happens to be a car, right? Yo, don't judge my drawing, all right? I never went to art school. Do not judge my drawing, right? So let's say this is like a Jeep, right? This is a Jeep, right? It's like a Sahara or a Wrangler, right? So let's let's say this is a Wrangler, right? This is my Wrangler. So let's say this is a Wrangler, right? Boom. So let's say that's a Wrangler. All right. Like I said, y'all, don't be judging my drawing. All right. All right. Let's get this car right. So, yo, none of y'all better judge me right now. All right. So let's say this is a Wrangler. All right. This is a Wrangler, and this is you, right? And this is the girlfriend. Right? And that's the girlfriend, right? And you co-sign for this car because it's what? It's Valentine's Day, right? It's Valentine's Day, and you co-sign for this new Jeep. And you co-sign for this new Jeep Wrangler. Right? So you're happy, she's happy. Y'all went to the dealership. She got a 550 credit score, and you had like a 790, right? So you decided to be a co-signer, and you got that car, right? Both of y'all are happy, right? So both of you guys are happy. So she couldn't get approved, but she wanted a car, and let's say it's like a purple car or something, right? Whatever. And now you're co-signer. Now we're gonna fast forward. So now let's fast forward a little bit, right? So now y'all got the car, right? A year later, so 1 year later. 1 year later, y'all decide that the relationship is not working, right? So the relationship is not working. Mind you, you were only a co-signer. The car is still in her name, right? And y'all decide to split ways. So she leaves now with the car. And then she stops making payment. Right? So there's no more payment going out. She stopped making the payment. So she stopped making the payment. Y'all split. You get an alert, right? So you get an alert. This is my alert bell. You get an alert that your credit score dropped, let's say 180 points. So your credit dropped 180 points. So you had a what? 790. You had a 790 and it dropped 180 points, right? So now we're at what? So be 590. 20. All right, let's do the math. Guys, I'm not a mathematician. So what's the math on this? 180 minus 170. All right, let me just go back to school. 0, 1, 6. All right, so you got a 610, right? So now you got a 610. You got a 610 credit score. Mind you, you guys live together, right? So y'all had an apartment together. And guys, what I'm telling you is real stuff. This is stuff that people goes through every day. I get the emails, I get the calls, right? So not only is there a car involved, but there's also an apartment involved too, right? So now the rent was $3,500. The rent was $3,500, and y'all was splitting this two ways, right? So 17 and 7, what's it? 17 and 17, 34. So it was like $1,750 a piece, right? So that divided by 2, you should get like what? $1,750, right? $1,750 a piece. So I don't know why I got this thing right. Yeah. So it should be like $1,750 a piece. So now, dude, right? So we'll call him dude. So dude is left now with the whole rent, right? Dude is left with the whole rent, or you're left with the whole rent plus now you got the bank calling. You have the bank calling regarding the car payments. So you got landlord calling you, landlord, L-A-N-D. So the landlord's calling you, and you got the car financing company, car dealership, or whoever, right? You have them calling you now. So we got rent and we got car payment. Right? So we got rent and we got car payment. So this now is $3,500. And let's say the car, nothing crazy. The car payment was like $400 a month. So now you're in the hole $3,900. Right? You're in $3,900 because you co-signed. Right? Guys, people go through this every single day. Right? Like, don't think for a second that this is just something Duran's making up. You have people that go through this type of stuff every single day. Right? This isn't something that Duran is cooking up. No, this is real stuff. It's an actual story of somebody crying, telling me what's going on. Right? But because of privacy, I'm not going to call nobody's name. But this is the situation. All right. So remember the Wrangler? Remember that Wrangler that we got? So now the Wrangler got repossessed. Right? Boom, that's my Wrangler. The Wrangler got repossessed, but you also got evicted. Right? So this got repoed. You got evicted over here. So two things happening to dude, right? Dude got kicked out. So he got evicted, and there's a repo now on his credit. What can he do? All right, so the question is, what can he do? So now he got a repo on his credit. He has a repo, and he has an eviction. What can he do? So let me see what you guys are putting in the chat. I want to see y'all comments. So now he got a repo, right? He got a repo. He got evicted and now he has a repo. What can he do? I want to hear. What can he do, guys? I want to read the comments. So now that he has a repo, right? Now that he has a repo on his credit, what can he do? What can he do? I would definitely like to see some responses in the chat. Sign up for the university. All right. So let's put that down. Okay. So what can he do? All right. So the first answer is sign up for the university. Sign up. So sign up for my university. Okay, that's one. What else can he do? What's the second thing? Um, what's the second thing? Hold on, I'm missing some of the comments. Let me not miss any of the comments. Where are the comments? All right, sign up for the university. Sue for emotional damages. Okay, let's see. So sue for emotional damages. Okay. The third one I saw was call me or DM me, right? DM me. DM. So DM me. All right. What's the fourth thing? File bankruptcy. Okay. File bankruptcy. All right. Number 5. What else we have? All right. So we got call me. Yep. All right. What else? What else we got? Okay. We have delete the auto loan. Delete accounts. All right, so we have delete accounts. Sue for resigning disclosures. Ask for, okay, number 6. All right, so we can request disclosures. All right, number 7. Let's see, what else do we have? Talk to God, accept the loss, and be grateful. Well, you can do a lot more than just talk to God. There's a few stuff you can do. I'm seeing send dispute letters. All right. Yo, y'all are savages, man. Y'all are savages. All right, file bankruptcy. Shout out to my guy Marvin Francois on here. Just delete it. Question it on credit so we can dispute. So we can dispute it, right? All right. Can you just tell us now what? Well, See, the reason why, guys, I have you come up with these answers is because these answers aren't wrong. These are correct. So all these answers are correct. The issue is now the methodology in which you're going to use. So, right? So now, all right, sign up for the university. Yes. When you sign up for the university, you're going to learn how to repair, rebuild, restore your own credit. You're going to learn how to get these items deleted. You're going to learn all of it, right? So yeah, that's definitely a great recommendation. The next one is sue for emotional damages. Well, I can't really say much on the sue for emotional damages part because you kind of willingly said, hey, babe, I'm going to be a great babe and I'm going to co-sign for this account, right? So you kind of did that one. So I don't know really about this. So I don't know. Like, I don't know about the suing for damages part, right? I don't know about this one. Call me or DM me. Yes, this would be a great response. This would be a great response. File for bankruptcy. You don't have to, right? You don't have to file for bankruptcy. There's ways you can use and things and strategies that you can use to get these accounts deleted. Delete the accounts. Yes, yes, and yes, right? So I would definitely request disclosures. Yes and yes. Disputed. Yes and yes. All right. So let's go into the first one, right? So let's go into the first one. The first one that we came up with is what? So join the university. Joining the university puts you in a unique position. The unique position that you're in when you join the university is you are learning how to repair, rebuild, restore your own credit. You are also learning how to delete negative items. You're learning how to read your credit reports, and you're learning what to do when you find these negative accounts so you can use consumer law, so you can use Metro 2 and get these accounts deleted. That's the first thing, right? The next thing that was on the list was sue for emotional damage. I'm gonna skip that one. The call me or DM me, yeah. So the call me or DM me now, that one is where you're gonna get on now with a team member, right? You're gonna speak to a team member and we're gonna figure out the best solution for you. Getting you enrolled into the university and getting you caught up, learning what you need to do, a step by step on what you need to do to get into the university. So for everybody right now that is not in the university and you want to join the university, what I want you to do is I want you to DM me the word university so you can drop it in the chat. If you're on Instagram, you can DM it to me. If you're on Facebook, DM it or send a DM to support at consumer law secrets.com, right? So you can put the word university. So you can put the word university in that email, right? And send it to support at consumerlawsecrets.com. So guys, you can just take a picture of the screen. For everybody right now that wants to get into the university, take a picture of the screen, right? Take a picture of the screen and email us and I'll get you connected. Now, the next thing is DMR calling me. That works the same way. What I really want us to get to is two things. Dispute. Dispute, right? You can dispute any information on your credit. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? The FCRA gives the consumer the ability and capabilities and the rights to dispute any inaccurate, incomplete, any information on your credit that is inaccurate or incomplete. The consumer has the right. The consumer has the right to dispute those items from your credit. That is a big thing. So now, let's break it down into two parts, right? The first thing he had was what? We know that he has what? The eviction on his credit, right? So we know that he has what? An eviction. Okay, so so we know he has an eviction on his account. We also know that the Jeep Wrangler got repossessed, right? Right? We know that the Jeep Wrangler also got repossessed. The way you go about an eviction, so the dispute process, right? Dispute. The dispute process for an eviction and the dispute process for a repossession are two totally different disputes. How you dispute an eviction and how you dispute a repossession are two totally different ways. It's very important that we know that repossession looks like an old school caddy. Yo, y'all are wild. Don't judge my drawing, right? Repossessions and evictions, they get disputed two totally different ways. So the easiest one to start with is eviction. Repossession is a little bit more it takes a little bit longer for dispute. So let's talk about eviction. EV. All right, so let's talk about eviction. EVICTION. So let's talk about evictions. The first thing you want to know about eviction is what? Number one, what's the first thing you want to know about an eviction? Let me hear y'all feedback. I wanna see how you guys are thinking. What is the first thing you want to hear when it comes to an eviction? What's the first thing you want to hear when we talk about an eviction? What's the first thing you think you should do when we're talking about deleting an eviction? Let me get some answer, guys. What is the first thing you're going to do when it comes to getting an eviction deleted? What's the first thing you're going to do? All right. I see reason for eviction, request investigation, clear personal information. Okay. Did you give permission to report? There we go. Who's that? Ike. So there's a few things you want to do. Some of you guys are hitting it right on the point. So let's start with the first thing, right? The first thing you want to do, so let's say you went to get another apartment and you got denied because they said that there's an eviction on your credit, right? So the first thing you need to know is this. Where? You need to know this first. Where is the eviction reported? So we want to know which consumer reporting agency, right, is reporting the eviction. Right? Is that important? Is it important to know where the eviction is being reported? Which consumer reporting agency is reporting the eviction? Can we all agree that should be the first step? Where or what or which consumer reporting agencies are reporting the eviction? Does that make sense? It's fraud if the secondaries are reporting because they are violating rights to privacy and didn't get our permission to share the info. Risk, that is one part, but there's more to it. So can we all agree that the first thing we need to know is where the eviction is being reported? Guys, if you don't know where the evictions, I'm going to put EV for evictions. If you don't know where the eviction is reported, you won't be able to dispute it. Right? If you don't know who is reporting the eviction, you will not know where to go and delete it. So the first thing we need to find out is, where is this eviction being reported? Now, when you know where the eviction is being reported, when you know who it is that's reporting it, the first thing now you want to do after that is what? Clean up personal information. Right? We want to clean up personal information. Guys, some of you might think this is not an important step to get your names, addresses, telephone numbers, email addresses cleaned up. But guys, I submit to you, this is one of the most important, this is one of the most important things you will do, right? This is one of the most important things you will do, is cleaning up personal information. After we clean up personal information, the next thing we want to do is put a security freeze, or some of you might call it credit freeze, on the secondary CRAs, right? You want to put a security or a credit freeze on the secondary consumer reporting agencies. Why is this important? You need to restrict access to who have your information. The next thing you want to do, right, is go find that damn lease. So find the lease. You want to find the lease, and you want to find out if in that lease agreement your 15 USC 6802 disclosures were given. You want to find out if the disclosures were given or were they put in the lease, right? Before anyone, so there's two things you're looking for in your lease. You want the disclosures, but there's something else in the lease. Did you give permission Did you give permission? Did you give permission for them to report your personal, non-public information? Did you give them permission for them to report your non-public personal information? Guys, if you guys are following, let me see y'all drop some fire in the chat. If you guys are still following, let me see you guys drop some fire in the chat. Let me see some fire in the chat. Right? Let me see some fire in the chat. All right, I'm seeing some fire in the chat. I can see that some of you guys are still following. All right, so now we're looking for a few things, right? So let's go over here real quick, guys. Let's go over to 15 USC 6802. Let's go there real quick and see why this part is important. So 15 USC 6802. Right? So we're going to go to B, right? And B says, in general, a financial institution may not disclose non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party unless. Let's see what the definition of a financial institution is. In general, the term financial institution means any institution, right, the business of which is engaging in financial activities as described in 1843K. Right? So the first thing now we want to know is, did you get your disclosures under 15 USC 6802? Right? Not sure if you guys are able to see it. Can you guys see it? All right, cool. So what this says is, B says, they cannot disclose your non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party unless, well, unless what, Doreen? Such financial institution clearly and conspicuously discloses to the consumer in writing or in electronic form or other form permitted by the regulation prescribed under section 6804 of this title that such information may be disclosed to such third party. So in your lease contract, in your lease, right? In your lease, are the disclosures in your lease that says, hey, we may report your information to the consumer reporting agencies, right? The next one says that the consumer is given the opportunity before the time that such information is initially disclosed to direct that such information not be disclosed. So in your lease, was the option there to say that, hey, we're going to report your information, but you also have the say, or you have the ability to say, no, I don't want my information reported. Like, are we saying, like, did we get that in our lease agreement? The next thing we want to look at is C. If the consumer is given an explanation of how the consumer can exercise that non-disclosure option. What does that mean? Well, what this simply means is, guys, were you given the opportunity if you say, no, I don't want my information reported? Were you given the opportunity not to have that information, not disclosed, and they tell you what you need to do in order not to have this account reported? Right? The next thing we want to go over to is, well, permissible purpose. See, you have to give permission So 15 USC 1681 B. Subject to subsection C, right? Subject to subsection C. In general, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other, right? We don't care about one right now. What we care about is this part. In accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates. Guys, when it says written instruction, it doesn't necessarily mean that the only person you're giving the written instruction is the consumer reporting agency. It also means if the landlord if the landlord is going to report your information, they must also have written permission from the consumer, right? The consumer reporting agency, their job is to verify that written permission was given. Their job is to verify and validate that a permissible purpose documentation, written permission was given for this company to report your information. They cannot just report whatever they want. That's not how it works. All right? So now we are requesting, right? So now we're going to write. So on your consumer report, where you see the account, on your consumer report, where you see the account, there's a name that is listed at the top. That name that is listed at the top, right? That is the quote unquote creditor or furnisher or data furnisher, right? So we're not going to call them creditor. We're going to call them data furnisher because that is another name that they have. So these data furnishers, right? You're going to see their name beside the account. And then when you scroll down to the bottom of the consumer report, you're going to see their name, address, and phone number. What do? You want to know, build a dispute letter. Right? You're going to build a dispute letter, and in this dispute letter, you will be requesting One, the document, the permissible purpose document. Permissible right? You're going to request the permissible purpose document. And number two, you're going to request your disclosures. Verse on 15 USC 6802. Right? So this letter that you're sending to, whether it's the leasing company, the property management company, whatever, right? So you're gonna be asking for two main things in this letter, right? The permissible purpose document and the disclosures pursuant to 15 USC 6802. If you are not, is there another way to find out who's reporting the eviction? The only way to find out who's reporting the eviction is if you got denied for an apartment. So let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. So guys, go to 15 USC 1681M. 15 USC 1681M. M as in Mike. 15 USC 1681M. What does this say? Duties of users taking adverse action on basis of information contained in consumer report. So basically, if you got denied because of an eviction, right? If you got denied because of an eviction, there are duties and requirements under 15 USC 1681M. M as in Mike, M as in mountain, 15 USC 1681M, right? These requirements require that certain formalities are taken, right? So it's going to tell you that if any person takes an adverse action, which you being denied for an apartment is an adverse action, right? With respect to any consumer that is based in whole or in part of any information contained in the consumer report, the person shall, and it's going to give you the list of things here, right? So provide a written or electronic notice of the adverse action, and that would be, I'm sorry to rain, but you are denied, right? The next thing would be to provide the consumer written or electronic disclosures. Did you get that written or electronic disclosure, right? Of a numerical credit score as defined in section 1681 GF2A of this title used by such person. So right here, in taking the adverse action based or in whole or in part on any information in a consumer report. So guys, when you get this, you're supposed to get this reason. When you get this reason, this is where you're going to find out who reported the credit or who reported the eviction, right? This is where you're going to find out who reported the eviction. So, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Hey, brother, man. I'm good, my brother here on a live. All is well? Perfect. I appreciate it, brother. All right, thank you. Thank you, King. Thank you very much. All right, guys, so I do apologize, but I had to take that call. I got an announcement, guys. I have an announcement. I have a big announcement. I have a very, 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 very big announcement. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me find out if I'm able to give you guys this announcement. Nish, where is Nish? Nish Ali, am I able to give this announcement? Let me see. I got a big announcement. Let me find out if I can share this with y'all. Hey, was the flyer finished? All right, cool. Can you also drop it in the contact drive, so I can go access it and put it on the board? Thank you very much. Mhm. All right, guys, I have a very, very big announcement. A very, very big one. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Which drive is signed in right now? Which drive is signed in? Just give me 2 seconds. I got okay, that's signed in. Okay, another account. All right. Give me all right. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me log in here. I got something very special to share with y'all. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna share something so amazing with y'all. Gotta make sure that y'all are not seeing my password over here. Golly, man, Darain, come on. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me get this password in. I got some great stuff that I'm gonna share with y'all. All right. I got something to share with y'all. So, guys, ah, I am very, 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 very excited to share this. So, so the call, the call that I just got is to confirm a venue. Guys, we're putting on the first official credit summit, right? So we're putting on the first official credit summit, right? I didn't know if the team was going to be able to get it done today, but apparently they did, right? They were able to, and I want to be the first. I want to be the first to tell you guys about the credit summit, right? So the credit summit is where consumers and credit repair professionals, we're going to be meeting and we're going to be going and talking about all things credit. We're going to talk about how to enhance, delete, improve. We're going to talk about how to use credit, leverage credit, liquidate credit cards, turn credit to cash. We're going to talk about reading the consumer report. Why is credit, like, guys, this is a credit summit made for you. This is a conference for you. This credit summit will be the best credit summit you guys have ever been to. So I had to make this announcement, and we got the dates locked in. We got the venue locked in. This is like me giving y'all a what's that? Jeez, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very excited, guys. Like, you guys got no idea. I've been working on this for a minute, right? I know we are a month out. We needed at least 2 or 3 months, but you know what, guys? Done is better than perfect. And I am pleased to announce that we have officially locked in everything for the credit summit. I want you guys to save the date. This credit summit, guys, let me just talk about this a little bit, right? The credit summit is designed for you, right? This is a preview of the coming attraction. Thank you very much. Who just said that? Somebody said it. I liked it. Juliet. Thank you, Juliet. This is a preview of what's coming for you. Guys, this is an in-person event where you all are welcome. So whether you're a credit repair business owner or you're a consumer looking to repair, rebuild, restore your own credit, or you are looking to find credit repair professionals to help you on your journey, wherever you are on the credit spectrum, the Credit Summit is for you. This whole conference is designed with you in mind. So it's going to be here in Atlanta, right? It's going to be here in Atlanta. And right now we are just opening up the waiting list. There's only 150 tickets. I won't be doing a lot of tickets. It's the first one. So there's only 150 tickets, right? There's only 150 tickets. So if you text the word Credit Summit, so text the word Credit Summit. Text the word Credit Summit to 917-810. Let me see if I can. 917-810. Nope, not that one. Not that one. So 917-993-5238. Right? So text the word or DM the word Credit Summit. So if you text me or if you DM the word Credit Summit, if you text it to 917-993-5238, text the word Credit Summit. If you're going to DM me the word Credit Summit. Guys, the official credit conference is here for you, right? This is here for you. So let me make sure. This was designed with you in mind. This is for you. So I am very, very pleased to announce that we have the very first Credit Summit, and it will be here in Atlanta. It's going to be off the Belt. So for those of you that knows where the Belt in Atlanta is, this is where the Credit Summit is going to be. The information is coming soon. The emails and all of that, but I wanted to give you guys a preview. I wanted to, guys, look at my face. Like, I wish you guys could see how happy and excited I am right now. Like, guys, I've been working on this for a minute, and I want to let you know that the official Credit Summit, guys, it is here. So text the word summit, text the word Credit Summit, not just summit. I want you to text the word Credit Summit. So let me make sure. Yeah, text the word Credit Summit, not just Summit. It's Credit Summit. Is it Summit Niche or Credit Summit, or is it both? Right? I think it's both of them. You can text the word Summit or you can text the word Credit Summit. I think it's Credit Summit. But guys, the team worked on this today while I was on the live. And yeah, shout out to the team, man. Shout out to the team. Guys, I really appreciate it. Shout out to the team. So Nish, let's make sure that we have both Credit and Credit Summit. Let's make sure that we have both words in the automation, Credit Summit and the word Summit. It's a conference made for consumers and credit repair professionals. All the other conferences that I've been to that says they're credit related, they were all geared towards business owners. There has never been, or there's not a conference that is dedicated. There is no conference that is dedicated to consumers, right? There's no conference that's geared towards you, with you in mind, where you can come in, right? You can come into the conference. You're going to get educated on credit. You're going to get educated on travel hacks. You're going to get educated on manufacturer spending, credit card liquidation, turning credit to cash, learning consumer law, learning Metro 2. There is no credit, guys, there is none. There is absolutely no conference dedicated to you. I am bringing the first conference dedicated to you, for you, by you, so you will have and be in a position to have the power to purchase. This conference was made and is being made and will be done with you in mind. This is a conference all about you. So I'm excited. I'm really excited, man. Guys, I'm really excited. I wish you could, like, yo, I'm really excited, bro. Like, yeah, I'm extremely excited. Shout out to you, Nish. You really came through real quick, man, on this. Shout out to you and the team. Guys, the Credit Summit, it's the place you want to be, right? The Credit Summit is the place you want to be. Like, there's nowhere else to go, guys. Like this is it. Like, the Credit Summit is like, bruh, this is for you, man. This is, yeah. So, yeah, just got a little excited just now. So text the word Credit Summit. Text the word Credit Summit to 917-993-5238. I need you guys to get on the wait list because we're going to have pre-sale tickets. The pre-sale tickets will run for about 1 week. So we're going to have about a week for pre-sale tickets, and then the tickets are going to go back to their original price. Everybody that's on the pre-sale list or the wait list, you guys will get pre-sale prices. So everybody that's on the wait list, you guys are going to get the pre-sale prices. So make sure that you guys are ready, because I am ready. Let's go. All right. So this is the Credit Summit, guys. Make sure you guys get on the wait list. DM me the word Credit Summit. Email me the word Credit Summit. Whatever you do, put Credit Summit in the tagline, in the body, in the message. The Credit Summit is where you want to be. The Credit Summit is definitely where you want to be. So yeah, I'm just excited right now. We're finna go back to the presentation, and I will talk about the Credit Summit afterwards. So yeah. Sheesh. That was amazing. All right. Let me sip some water. Can you all tell that I'm just whoo, yeah. Let me just get some water real quick. All right. So we're back to the eviction. So now we ask for the permissible purpose document. So let's find out what the law says. The law says that provide to the consumer written consent, right? So written consent is very, very important. And under the disclosures, they also need to provide why the adverse action was taken. So when you know why the adverse action was taken, and the law says they must provide the consumer with what? Of a numerical credit score as defined in 1681 GF2A used by such person. So whichever reports that consumer reporting agency pulled, right, or whichever report that corporation pulled, whatever report that corporation pulled, whatever report that corporation pulled, they must send you, the consumer, that information. So let's see. Okay, so that's how you're gonna get it deleted. So now let me show you guys something else. Where is it, master? So now the letter that you're going to send, now to the collection agency, not collection, to the company that's furnishing that eviction, the letter you're going to send is a letter like this. Let me see something. This is a little bright. Screen. All right, that looks a little better, right? So the letter you're going to send out now. So this letter, right? We're going to send this letter to so if it's a management company, right? If it's a M-A-N-A-G-E. If it's a management company, a leasing company, right? Property management, right? If it's property management company, it doesn't matter who's reporting it, right? So whoever is reporting it, this is who you're sending this letter to. So you're gonna have your name, city, state, date, creditor or whatever property management company, the account number as it's listed on the credit, and then now we're gonna send it certified mail, right? Change this to from attention CFO. You can put to whom it may concern, the property manager, whoever, right? Notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is what? Notice to agent. So 15 USC 6802, obligations with respect to disclosures of personal information. Whoever it is, XYZ company, it has come to my attention that you are reporting, you illegally reported my information to an affiliated third party without giving me my disclosures, right? And in person 15 USC 6802, you are required by law to give me 3 disclosures. I have checked all the documents. So in this case now, you can say, I have checked my lease, right? I have checked the lease document and there's no disclosures in there. So now you're telling them, hey, I'm opting out. And you go now with the section that speaks about opting out. It speaks about A, right? Such financial institution clearly and conspicuously discloses to the consumer in writing or electronic form, other than permitted by the regulations prescribed under 6804 of this title, that such information be disclosed. That's them giving you the disclosure that, hey, we are going to disclose your information, right? B, the consumer is given the opportunity before the time that such information, right? So let me just get this a little bit bigger because I want to make sure that you guys can see. The consumer is given the opportunity before the time that such information not be disclosed to such third party. And then C, the consumer is given the explanation of how the consumer can exercise that non-disclosure option. So I hereby request all the above disclosures required by federal law. So boom, you're going to request all of that. Now, one of two things are going to happen, right? One of two things are going to happen. The first thing that might happen is you might not get a response, right? You might not get a response. You need to know that. You need to get that. You might not get a response from them because they now know that you caught them in their fraud. You caught them violating the law. You caught them, and there's nothing that they can do about it, right? So the next thing is you want to send out the part 2. So there's 2 letters. So there is the account deletion part 1, and then there's account deletion part 2. This is a 2-part letter, right? So now you give them an opportunity to cure default. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. 15 U.S.C. 6802, obligations with respect to disclosure of personal information. On X date, I sent you a letter. I mailed it certified mail, and a notice requested my disclosures per Son 15 U.S.C. 6802b. You have failed to provide me with required disclosures as per federal law. The law is explicitly clear that before a financial institution discloses any consumer's non-public personal information, they must give the consumer 3 disclosures, so the consumer has the opportunity to opt out of having their information reported. XYZ company, you knowingly and willfully and fraudulently withheld pertinent information to suit your own agenda, forcing me to comply illegally with you reporting my non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party. Companies for your own benefits and profits. This was not equitable to me, my family, or household. I am invoking my specified remedy that you previously denied me by withholding my disclosures per Son 15 U.S.C. 6802b. Per Son 15 U.S.C. 6802b, I, Derain Delevante, a living, breathing man, hereby exercise my right and specified remedy to opt out of having this account with my non-public personal information reported. Delete the below account from all consumer reporting agencies. You list the accounts here. Boom, all rights reserved. Boom, boom, boom. Right? So now, that is how you delete an eviction. Right? So using these steps, you now are able to delete these evictions. And these letters that I have here, for everyone that comes to the Credit Summit, I will be giving you guys a letter pack. Once you guys come to the Credit Summit, I'm going to give you guys a letter pack. There's going to be one letter pack built for general admission, and then there's going to be a separate letter pack made for VIPs. So there's going to be 2 letter packs, right? There's going to be 2 letter packs made, one for VIP, one for general admission. And if you guys know, if you guys are VIP, you will, of course, get the most letter. Also, on the challenge coming up February 22nd to 26th, this is also where you're ultra Ultra gets a Ultra letter pack. All right? So make sure that you guys are on the challenge. Make sure that you guys are DMing me the word challenge. Make sure that you guys are on the challenge, right? So text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. All right. So now let's go back to our situation with dude, right? So now we now know how to delete evictions, right? So we know now how to delete evictions. So evictions are no more. I just taught you guys how to delete an eviction. So the next thing on the table is what? Repossession. All right. So now let's go back to dude, right? Repossession. Repossession. Repossession happens when there is a default on one, an auto loan, or with a retail installment contract. Retail installment contract, right? So this is when a repossession happens. A repossession happens when there's a default on the auto loan or the retail installment contract, right? So when you miss payments, this leads into getting the car repoed, right? Now, we have federal law at the top, right? So federal law, we have federal law at the top, but there's also state law. So yeah, federal law is at the top, right? And then we have state laws, right? So we have federal laws and we have state laws. Now, the federal law for repossession is UCC Article 9, right? Article 9, Part 6. And then for your state law, I'm in the state of Georgia right now, so I would look up Georgia repo state law. So when we talk about repossession, this is how I want you to think of repossession. I want you guys to think of repossession as not this big thing, but let's break repossession down, right? So when we break repossession down, well, there's going to be federal laws and then there's state laws, right? So the question now is, what does the state law says, and then what does the federal law says? What is your state law saying? What is your federal law saying? So, guys, it is very important. It is extremely important, very, very, very important that we know what our state law is, right? So me being here in the state of Georgia, all I would put into Google is what is Georgia state law repossession, or what is Georgia repossession state laws, and then it's going to tell me what the state law says, right? So let me show you guys. Let me show you guys something real quick. Let me show you guys something real quick. How do I do this again? Boom. All right. So no, not that. All right. I'm on this. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna show you guys how. Boom, got it. Ha! Shout out to the credit hero. Drop some fire in the shot for the credit hero one time for figuring it out. I'm gonna show you guys something though. Let me show you guys something. Google. All right. So guys, we got two Google here, right? So on this side, I'm gonna look up Georgia. GE. So on one side, I'm going to look up Georgia state repossession laws. So now I'm on the official website of the state of Georgia, right? So now I just pulled up the state of Georgia repossession laws. And what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to type in UCC 9 part 6. So now I have the federal law for repossession and I have the state law for repossession. Like, guys, if you guys are following me right now, let me see some fire in the chat. Because guys, I'm giving y'all a game. Ain't nobody on social media giving you. Like, none of y'all can tell me nothing. Ain't nobody on social media giving you this type of game. Ain't nobody on social media giving you this type of game. Guys, federal law, right? So we have the federal law for repossession, and then we got the state law. This is how I want you guys to look at it. I need you guys to have the federal law, looking at the federal law, right? So I'm looking at the federal law and I'm looking at the state law. Okay, the federal law is saying this. Okay, the state law is saying this. So how am I, right? How am I going to get these deletions? Well, Darain, if you know what the state law is saying, and then you know what the federal law is saying, how can you not get this repossession deleted? If I know what the state law requires and I know what the federal law requires, how are they going to win? How? You think these Capital Ones, these Wells Fargo, Santander, Bank of America, do you think they're looking up state laws when they send out those repo guys? Do any of you think they are looking up state laws? Right? Do any of you think they're looking up state laws when they're sending out these repo guys? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Do you really think these Santanders, these Chase, these Bank of America, these Wells Fargos, do you really think they're looking up state and federal law and then telling the repossession guys that they need to abide by your state, your local state law and repossession law? Ain't nobody on social media giving this game, because what? People operate from a place of scarcity. They don't believe that if I share this information with you, right? They don't believe if I share this information with you that you are able to go do your own research. A lot of people, guys, listen, this isn't charity, all right? I'm running a business here. I got a whole team of 15 team members, and I got a family that I take care of. This is my business. Doreen, are you in this to make money? Absolutely. I'm also in this to learn so I can better serve you. This isn't charity. But I am here to let you know, not because I want you to come and purchase something from me. It doesn't mean that I'm going to hold the information back. It doesn't mean I am going to hold the information back. Because if you decide that, yo, Doreen, I'm going to come to your challenge, just come to my challenge. I'm going to give you the tools you need, but at the same time, I want you to do some research. I want you to read. I want you to become educated. I need you to be the educated consumer. Guys, I need you guys to become the educated consumer. An educated consumer is a dangerous person. Right? So this is where now we start breaking down federal laws. We start breaking down state laws, right? And when you look now within your state law, you are going to see the requirements that is needed. When you read the federal law, you're going to see now what is required. And guys, within these paragraphs, these are how you're going to get the repossession deleted. So let me tell you what's going to happen, right? Let me tell you what's going to happen. So what's going to happen now is, dude, right? Because we called him dude. Dude. Dude is going to be happy as hell. Why? Because dude now know that there's federal laws, and dude also knows that there's state laws. So he knows there's federal laws and state laws that governs repossession, right? So he knows that there's state laws for repo and there's federal laws for repo. So what dude is going to do, dude is going to text. So dude text the word challenge, right? Dude text the word challenge to 917-993-5800. 5238. And what he did, he got an ultra ticket. Dude got an ultra ticket because he knows that February, right? Dude knows that February, the rain is holding a challenge. And on the rain's challenge, repossession so happened to be a topic that the rain goes over. So February 22 to 26, dude knows that the rain is doing a challenge. So dude made sure he secured an ultra ticket so he can ask the rain to break down state and federal repossession law so he can delete. So he can delete this repossession. So he knows he's able to learn that. Right? All right. So this is dude thinking, right? Dude is thinking. This is a thinking bubble. This is a big thinking bubble. Dude is here thinking. And dude says, wait, hey, if I know that there's state laws, if I know that there's state laws and there's federal laws, if I know there's state laws and there's federal laws that governs repossession, right? If I know there's state laws and there's federal laws that govern repossession, and I want to get this repossession deleted, right? I want to get this repo deleted. So what do I need to do? Well, I am going to text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. I'm going to make sure that I get me an ultra ticket. I'm going to make sure I get an ultra ticket because I am able to ask the rain now to break down state and federal laws that's going to show me how to get my repossession deleted because I text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. I got my ultra ticket and I know it's happening February 22nd to 26. Why is this important? This information will give you the guide and the step-by-step how to get your eviction and repossession deleted. So when you cosign, it is not the end of the world. Co-signing for an account, it is not the end of the world. It's a big responsibility that you've just assumed, right? Because the person may have been a family member, your child, a loved one. You are doing it out of the kindness of your heart. There's different reasons why people co-sign. But regardless of the fact, all co-sign accounts can be deleted. You can separate yourself from co-sign accounts. So whether it's an auto loan, student loan, mortgage, personal loan, whatever account it is, and you became a co-signer on that account, guys. and you became a co-signer on that account, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't really matter what the account is. Guys, you are able to delete that co-signer account. Once you know consumer law, once you know how to use federal and state law, once you know how to articulate yourself, once you know how to articulate yourself, you can get any account deleted. Guys, for those of you that are just coming on, it is official. The credit summit is happening. I am very, very proud to announce that the work and the effort and the long hours that the team has put in to make this a reality, it is now a reality, right? The credit summit is a reality. The credit summit is happening. It is happening here in Atlanta. All right? The credit summit is happening. It's going to happen. It's here. It's happening in Atlanta. And you guys, all of you are invited. I need you guys to get on the wait list. So I just need you guys to DM me the word credit summit. DM me the word credit summit to 917 993 5238. Right? I want you to DM me the word credit summit to 917-993 5238. I want you to text me. If you're on Instagram, I want you to send me a DM. You guys have my emails. Put it in the chat. Team, could you drop the email inside the chats, please? Please drop the emails in all the chats. It's official. The credit summit is official. It's happening April 7th to 9th. Please get on the wait list. Everybody that gets on the wait list, you will get pre-sale ticket prices. All right. So there's going to be general admission and VIP. We will also have virtual, right? So for everybody that gets on the waiting list, as soon as the pre-sale ticket link is dropped, you will be the first to get it. So if you text the word credit summit to 917-993-5238, you will be first to get the pre-sale tickets. Like I said, pre-sale will only be for 1 week. And everybody that get on the waiting list, you will get the pre-sale before anybody else. All right? So once you're on the wait list, my team will notify you that the pre-sale tickets are ready and you can go ahead and secure your seats. There will be only 150 tickets. So it's not going to be a very big conference yet. TICKETS. There is only 150 tickets available. And guess what? There's only 50 VIP tickets. So there will be only 50 VIP tickets. Right? So if you guys are not on the wait list, it's a first come, first serve basis. 50 VIP tickets, 150 tickets in total. That means that between guys, like I wish, hold on. I want to know if you guys are seeing me because okay, here we go. I should have switched off whiteboard mode. Guys, this is it. So that's it for today's lesson. I'll definitely be giving you guys more information. The challenge is the 22nd to the 26th. The challenge is the 22nd to the 26th. We only have a few seats remaining. So make sure that you guys get on the challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. So make sure you guys get on the challenge, right? The challenge is in starting next week. The challenge is next week. So make sure you guys get on the challenge. The last time I checked, we had 10 ultra tickets left for the challenge. So if you guys want to be able to ask questions, get Q&As and stuff like that, get 50% off the university, get the portal, get the letters pack. If you guys want the workbooks and stuff like that, you have to get in ultra to get it. And the last time I checked this morning, we only had 10 ultra tickets left. So if they are sold out, they are sold out. It's just, it is what it is. It's sold out. If ultra is sold out, it's sold out. But make sure you guys are tuned in for more information regarding the credit summit. Like I said, this is the first, and right now it's the only credit conference for consumers, for you, the everyday person, for you that have bad credit, for you that want to start your credit repair business, for you who's the credit hero for your family. This conference is for you. It is a place where credit repair professionals, where consumers come together. We are networking, we are sharing strategies and tactics, how we get items deleted from your credit, delayed in bankruptcies, delayed in charge-off, late payments, collections, right? How can you sue? Arbitration. Guys, this is the place for you. This is a conference about credit for credit. That's it. It is all about credit. Consumer law, Metro 2, business credit, leveraging credit, the whole works. Turning credit to cash, all of it. All right? So make sure I see you there. Text the word Credit Summit to 917-993-5238. I cannot wait to see you. The letters that we were looking at today. So let me show you guys real quick. So if you want the letters that I was speaking about today, what I want you to do is go to Google and I want you to type in DorrainDelavante.com. Why does it keep doing that? Right? So I want you to go to DorrainDelavante.com And when you go there, I want you to go to store. And then once you go to store, you go to dispute letters. All the letters that I just showed you guys, they're here. The account deletion letter 1, the account deletion letter 2, the auto loan removal letter, repossession, all of it is here. So guys, once you go on the website, you will be able to see all the letters that are there. So just go to DoreenDelevante.com and it will bring you to the website. Go to store, and then when you go to store, you just go to dispute letters and it will bring up all the dispute letters. All right. So from your favorite island boy, y'all know what time it is. It's time for me to go. I don't want to go, but I got to go because you got to go and we all got stuff to do. So guys, have an amazing evening. I am so happy I was able to share this with y'all, and yeah, I can't wait for this information to start coming out, because like where else would you rather be than at the credit summit? All right, so let's get it, let's go. Everyone, please have an amazing evening. It's been phenomenal. Let's go. All righty.